Okay, I just arrived at the Stafford Castle where I live. A really nice location. I was actually reviewing here Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, but here we've got two amazing flagship phones, and I have to say I like how much wider the selfie is on Vivo. However, here on Samsung we've got 4K. Okay, there's 4K 30 FPS and 60 FPS. Sadly, only 1080p on Vivo, but colors look more natural on Vivo, I have to say. Check on dynamic range. I think they're both doing just fine. But let's take some selfies now. Wow, this is maximum zoom times 20 on Samsung and times 10 on Vivo. I mean, you can clearly see the difference, how much close you can get with Samsung, and the quality is still pretty nice. Let's go back to trial angle. So it was pretty far away, I have to say. Right, now it's time to check on stabilization. 4K 60 FPS, and it's great because both devices support this frame rate on all the three lenses. I mean, 4 lenses, including that second telephoto on S24 Ultra, which I'm really excited to test on. So far, stabilization looking absolutely amazing so far on both. Switching to the main sensor, colors looking natural on both. This is stabilization. It is great because we've got a lovely sunny day, so it will be great to check on dynamic range. Okay, now switching to times 3 on Samsung, times 2 on Vivo. And you can see this slowly start to get shaky on Vivo, but Samsung, even though it's times 3, it is trying to stabilize a little bit better. Right, times 5 and then times 4.3 on the Vivo. Now, what I can see, the video quality is a bit sharper. I'm not a huge fan of that over sharpening on Samsung. Yeah, the colors on Vivo just look a bit more natural. Now we've got times 10 here. However, I can also go all the way up to times 10 with the Vivo. But let's take some pictures now. Okay, so this is the cinematic portrait, and Vivo has an advantage because it can use 3 lenses. Sadly, Samsung can do it on the main sensor and then times 2. So this is the quality, and this is also the sound that's coming from both of these devices. Let me know which one do you prefer so far. Now, what I'm impressed by is the fact that both can record in 4K on that cinematic mode. So this is times 2. This is the quality again. Honestly, it's hard for me to tell because I will be able to tell the difference when I'm actually doing the whole edit. So far they're both looking very, very similar. And this is 4.3 on Vivo, still recording times 2 on Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. By the way, if you are enjoying my content, huge sub to the channel will be very appreciated. I purchased both of these phones for my own money, so you are getting honest review. Cheers! Sadly, Vivo X100 Pro doesn't have autofocus on selfie camera. However, macro photography is just the next level because you can change the aperture. So let's go and have a look at this now. Samsung can actually record 4K 120 frames per second. Sadly, this is not available on Vivo. You can do 4K 60 FPS or 1080p 120 or even 240, sorry. So take a few more pictures and then talk about some of the features I really like. Okay guys, let me quickly just show you the features here. I absolutely love the fact, the options of, you know, additional features we got here on Vivo. It's just really impressive. However, my favorite is definitely the fact that I can use, sorry, for portrait photography, I can use the lenses from different options. Look at that, 150, you know, proper 85mm for figures and all that. On the top of that, you know, you've got all the features here, and you can even change the aperture. You know, this is 4.0 now. Like, this is so cool. However, Samsung has the dual mode video here, which I really like. You got the expert RAW. However, there is also RAW file available on Vivo. To be honest, guys, that 1-inch sensor, in my opinion, beats this 200 megapixel sensor here on Samsung. I don't see much improvement over the S23 Ultra, to be honest. So, in terms of features, definitely Vivo is one to choose. This is stable mode on both, and I can see clearly that Samsung is doing way better. Okay, I can switch to ultra wide angle on Samsung, however, it is only ×2 available on Vivo. Such a lovely location here in Stafford Castle. I am using portrait video mode on selfie camera. So this is the quality. I like the fact Vivo is a little bit wider. And I think the color is a little bit more natural on Vivo too. My face is a bit too orange on Samsung. Watch till the end, guys, because I will be keeping one of these phones for myself, and so far it's really hard for me to tell which one is actually better in terms of camera performance. But on the top of that, we've got some other things that I have to consider, so make sure you stick around till the end. Let's move on to some low light conditions. Okay, so this is the night footage, and you can clearly see the difference. Wow, here ×10 on Samsung is way sharper. Very nice. Now I can even go ×20, that's even more impressive. Here we stuck to ×10. But let's go to ultra wide angle. It is pretty dark night, I have to say. Main sensor. Now, in my opinion, Vivo is way more natural. For some reason, video is a bit too orange on Samsung. Same things with the pictures, which you're gonna see later on. So yeah. But so far, I have to say I prefer Vivo at night. There's also more features in terms of night photography. There's a few options for those long exposure shots. I have to say, guys, I'm not that impressed with Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. You know, there is not much upgrade over the S23 or even the S22 Ultra, which is a really nice phone. Yes, there's a better chipset, you've got the AI technology, but in my opinion, £1,500 for 1 terabyte is definitely not worth it. When you can get this Vivo X100 Pro for around 750 on Mobile Wonder, whatever they called. So that's half a price. Here you've got that beautiful portrait photography, amazing night photography, 100-watt fast charging. I mean, the list goes on and on. Yes, selfie is a bit worse because you cannot record 4K, but other than that 1-inch sensor is just crazy good. What do you think, guys? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.